Alright, so today we're going to sow some spinach. It's one of my favourite crops. It's really simple, really easy to grow. All these things I love. Nice big seeds, so easy to handle. Grows really quickly. If you're sowing it in the summer, you can sow it any time from March to July with most varieties. But if you're sowing it in the summer, as little as 6 to 8 weeks, you can be eating it. Even sooner if you're growing it as a baby leaf. If you're just growing it as salad leaves and picking over a row just to get tiny leaves off to throw into a salad or a stir fry or whatever. So really easy crop. Even I can grow it, and if I can grow it, anybody can grow it. Several different sorts here. Talking mainly about summer spinaches. Got a couple here. There's one called Matador, which is a nice new variety, and this one's quite good because it's quite resistant to a thing called mildew, powdery mildew, which spinach does suffer from in the height of summer if it dries out at all. And another one here called Red Kitten, and that's quite interesting because you can sow it during the summer, but you can sow it again later in the year from sort of July to October. So if you find that you've harvested everything by the end of the summer and you've got some bare space in the garden, a bit of ground to fill, then that one, Red Kitten, is a very good one for some late crops. Also some other types of spinach here. So we've got the perpetual spinach, which you can sow. You sow 1 year, you'd sow again March to July, and you can harvest that again as it grows. You can be harvesting individual leaves. You can leave it over winter. It will flower the following year. It's a biennial, which means it will grow 1 year, flower the next, but you'll get quite good harvests off of it through the spring and early summer before anything else is ready. So perpetual spinach, a good one. And some New Zealand spinach, which is not really a true spinach, but it looks like spinach. It grows very quickly. You can leave it in the ground and keep harvesting it. Just leave it, have a little patch at the edge of the plot maybe, and keep harvesting it. And it's a sort of spinach type veg. Use it in the same way as spinach in salads and things, and it's got a nice sweet taste. But very simple, as I say. Just sow some summer spinach. There's this one called Matador, which is quite a nice newish variety. Sow in short rows because it grows very quickly and has a tendency to run to seed quickly as well if you're sowing it in the summer, so you don't want masses of it. Just a short row every couple of weeks is enough for most to feed, sort of family of 4 really, just to add it to green salads and things. Short row, very simple. Just make a drill about 3/4 of an inch deep. Soil's already had a bit of fertiliser on it, and a little bit of mulch in there as well. So about 3/4 of an inch deep. And you can see probably the soil's quite dry at the moment. We're sowing in the summer. So what I'll do is just put a little bit of water in the bottom of the drill before I actually sow, like that. Now what we'll do, once that's drained in and we've sown, is just cover over with the dry soil, and it's called a sort of dry mulch. So the dry soil that we put over the top will trap the water underneath around the seeds and help them germinate. So even though it's quite hot and dry at the moment, it should still germinate well. Get our seeds. So quite nice and big, these. So nice and easy to handle. And just sow them quite thinly. It doesn't matter if you happen to get them a little too thick, because you can go along afterwards and just pull up as you thin, because you can eat the thinnings in your salads, so nothing goes to waste. If you're going to sow more than 1 row, about 12 inches apart, and as I say, about 3/4 of an inch deep. There we go. And then just literally cover them with the dry soil, gently with your hand, or you can use your hoe or a stick or whatever. Water it again if you want to, but as I say, the dry soil on the top will help to trap the moisture underneath around the seeds. They should germinate very quickly, especially, I say, you can sow March to July, but we're sowing in just at the beginning of July. So they should come up pretty quickly. Within a week you'll start to see them coming through. As soon as they do, keep them well watered then, because they'll grow quickly, and if they dry out, as I mentioned, they'll tend to run to seed, and you don't want that. You want them to produce nice leaves, not flowers. And that's it. Now what we'll do is come back in about a month's time, and hopefully we'll have a nice row of spinach to look at and see how it's getting on.